How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. So the Bengals dropped this one to the New York Giants, and I think it's pretty safe to say for the most of us that this is, it doesn't really matter if the Bengals win or lose. It matters more along the lines of what happens on the field, the product on the field, the areas where the Bengals can improve and don't have to worry about in the draft and or free agency, and the areas on the field where they clearly needed to start working on certain things, and including, if you want to talk about the coaching staff. I know a lot of people, hot topic this time of the year is Zac Taylor's job, but we'll talk about these Bengals first. I think they did a pretty solid job here against the RPO on defense against Daniel Jones, something, they've done a pretty solid job against in general this season as a running quarterback, as they did with Lamar Jackson. Jones has been averaging close to 7 yards per carry this season, and he was held to 3.2 before getting hurt there against the Bengals today. So they did good there. They, they kept the team below 20. You could say it's just the New York Giants. End of the day, though, they did keep this New York Giants team below 20, keeping this football team in it throughout the entire day here. They did only have, well, they didn't only have, they had 0 sacks on the day. Again, not much of any pass rush on the quarterback. They had no interceptions. They did have the 1 fumble recovery, but that stuff sticks out as somebody that is worried about this defense, improving. You want to see what the good defenses do is they get a lot of turnovers. They put pressure on the quarterback, something we're still not seeing the Bengals do, even against a Daniel Jones-led offense. Daniel Jones, who, by the way, seems to throw an interception every single game. And once again, we see it in this game. The Bengals had some opportunities and some pretty ill-advised passes there by Jones, where the Bengals got to find a way to come away with some of these footballs, and they're still not doing it. We want to see the emphasis, I think, on the turnover game for these Cincinnati Bengals really coming to fruition here. But it is what it is there. We've kind of expressed our want for the Bengals top of the list here, top of the priority list as far as the coaching staff is concerned. They need a new defensive coordinator. But what sticks out to me on the offensive side, Giovanni Bernard, 8 carries, 32 yards, 4 yards per carry. This is a Bengals team at 4 yards per carry, which, by the way, solid, good average there. Right on that average there, right? We're going to see out of your running back. It wasn't a bad 8 for 32. It was an average 2 yards per carry, 1.5 or something, where the run game wasn't working. No, 4 yards per carry. The Bengals ran the football 15 times, and they passed it 29. This sticks out to me more than anything as far as Zac Taylor and his job being concerned here. Again, I've been one of the biggest advocates for Zac Taylor throughout the season, trying to say, let's play it out. I love what he's been doing with this offense. I think he's been doing, his best to try to make the offense work for Joe Burrow. Say what you will about everything else in the team. I thought that was a pretty promising area. But when you go out there and you have a practice squad quarterback as your starting quarterback, and you throw the football twice as much as you run it, in a game where you were in it the entire game, it wasn't a blown out game script type of you were down 25, you had to throw the football. No, you had a practice squad quarterback throwing the football just about 30 times. Meanwhile, your run game was there. There's been a lot of talk about this run game not getting utilized enough, and it's one of those things, if it was utilized more, maybe we're still watching Joe Burrow sling that football. I'd love to see Joe Burrow sling it a lot too. I'd love him at the Patrick Mahomes ratio where he throws the football all game, they run it about 15 times. That's great. But you got to have the offensive line to do it. And now we're at the point, though, where if your coaching staff is on the hot seat, I am watching the coaching decisions. There's only so much you can do. And a team where once Joe Burrow's gone, the Burrowless Bengals will call them. I don't expect, the Bengals to win too many games. But I do expect to watch the product on the field and say, okay, that was the right decision there. This guy's getting better here. That was a smart decision there. If you want to say Zac Taylor's playing for his job. And you cannot run the football 15 times with a backup quarterback in against a bad New York Giants football team. As much as I'd love to see the Bengals lose out, top 3 pick, why not? You can't do that. That is just poor coaching. And I just look for this team to, continue to trust in the coaching staff. You want to see these guys play for Zac Taylor. You get to the latter half of this season and you start seeing these guys just kind of like, we're tired of this guy. We're not really playing for the coach here. That's a pretty big red flag for Zac Taylor. But that's going to be obviously for the Bengals, besides who they're drafting this year, top of the watch list for the rest of the year. We'll see how she goes. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. As for this video, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.